And we're live. Hi everyone. Jerry here, the Njerineer, and it is Wash Day Wednesday. Yay! Another Wash Day Wednesday. Honestly, I love doing these and I love talking to you guys about everything that's I do with my hair, giving you tips, all of that. But as you know, it is Black History Month, so the focus has just been topics where it's hair related and Black history and all of that because why not, right? Like, why not at all? But also, if you're Catholic, Christian, happy Ash Wednesday. I also just like came back from church myself, so yeah, me and my five head, me and my five head. So yeah, I just came back from church, so that was good. Was able to squeeze that in. So I'm glad that I went, and now I'm here to talk to you guys today about cane row, corn row. I'm not sure what you guys call it, but I'm a Jamaican, and growing up, and even now, it's been called cane row. But if you're in the US, you might be used to calling it cornrow. And neither are wrong. But funny enough, in my research for this topic, I came across that if you're Nigerian, let me know. But I came across the term Didi, and the full term for it is adimole, and that is literally the same thing as cane row and corn row. So I'm like, oh, other cultures, call it different things, and I really need to like do more research on the different names that we call similar hairstyles, like another hairstyle separate from cane row, corn row that in Jamaica we call is chiny bump, and I still call it chiny bump, but you may know chiny bumps better as bantu knots. So we call these hairstyles different things, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing, and they're rooted in very similar histories. And even though in the Caribbean and the US and in Africa, we might be separated by waters and great lands, but at the end of the day, we're all Black people. We are all African descendants, and our history is a very similar one because we're all family at the end of it all. So yeah, we're gonna be talking more about Canerows cornrows. Oh, let me just close something on my laptop. But how are you? How's your day today? Did you have a good day? It's hump day, so you're almost near the end of the week. But let me know if your day was good, was it not good? If it wasn't good, I'm sorry, but I hope it gets better. But yeah, let me know how your day was, and let me know in the comments. Do you call it cane row? Do you call it corn row? Do you call it diddy? Or is there another name that you call cane row, corn row, just flat braids on your head? Let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about that. And if you like content like this, don't forget to hit like and to subscribe to my channel because I am here every Wednesday doing Wash Day Wednesday. But this month we are focusing on Black history. But for here. But yeah, how are you guys doing? How are you doing? Everyone's good. Everyone's good. Amazing. Great. Where's my phone? Oh, my phone is all the way over there. I'm gonna get it. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, just had to grab my phone. 1 second. Do 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 do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's just get started. Let's get started. So, cane rows. What are cane rows or corn rows? Whichever you decide that you want to call it. Basically, cane rows are the flat braids. So it's similar to braids, three strands, very similar to braids, plaits, however you want to call it. But typically, it is done very, very close to the scalp. And even though it's done close to the scalp, there's many ways in which we can be doing cane rows or cornrows. Most times, or I guess most commonly, we tend to see the braids like going back, right? Me and my five head. But we see the braids going back in straight lines. That's typically common. But sometimes you do see persons with very, very intricate hairstyles, very the geometric shape of most of the styles, whether it's circular, there are people who wear heart shaped. Like it's really, really cool what persons can do with cane rows and cornrows. So it's you can use your creativity, the hairdresser at least, not me. I can't cane row, but that topic is coming up shortly. But you can express yourself, ask for what you want, whether it's straight back, an updo ponytail, whatever design you want on your head. There are there's so much flexibility and option and variety to cane rows. I'll be using the term cane rows for the purpose of this video just because I am just comfortable with calling it cane row, and I might just twist my tongue, have a tongue twister saying cane row, cornrow, DD, everything and all in between. But that is basically what a cane row and a cornrow is. And for like the basic technique of it, the great thing about cane rows is that it's a great option for a protective style. And if you're not familiar with what a protective style is, these are styles that we do for our natural hair to minimize manipulation for the most part, helps with length retention, helps with preventing it from getting dry. These kinds of styles are great for your hair. Now, protective style, I do personally believe too much of one thing is good. So if you are going to do cane rows a lot, my personal suggestion is to not do it too tight, or not have your hairdresser do it too tight, especially along the edge line. Because if you do it along the edge line too tight, you're gonna get something what we call traction alopecia. You're gonna lose your edges. You're gonna lose your edges, and you can, if you aren't a natural five head already. I mean, born like this, you know. But if you aren't a natural five head already, you don't have to be that if you don't need to be. Like you want to have a pretty healthy hairline. So it is important to make sure that if you are doing cane rows, cornrows, to just not do it too tight. Other than that, hair grows amazing for the rest of the hair, the midsection, the back. Like it really does help to keep the health of the hair, keeps it moisturized, prevents tangles, all that. It's just a great hairstyle. I love it. If you're not someone who's too into cane rows, or maybe you don't know how to cane roll your own hair yet, like myself, I'm still struggling, but I am getting better at flat twists. I think flat twists are a very, very good learning curve. Like the learning curve for flat twists is much lower than that for cane rows, and I think I'm pretty good at flat twists right now. But once you get the hang of it, you can just I personally think if you can cane roll, you can do anything. Seriously. I think once you can cane roll, you can do whatever you want to do in this world, because that, for some reason, I think is just one of, not just difficult, but to do it properly, to do it neat, to do it tight, not like tight on the edge, but just nice and small and neat, straight, whatever. Once you can cane roll, you're good. You're good in this life. But yeah, cane rows are great. Now let's rewind the clock a little bit on cane rows. Now cane rows cornrows, Didi. I'm not sure what it was called in all the different African countries, but you can find this style years ago, thousands of years ago. It's not new. It is not a new style. And funny enough, while doing my research, I came across the most interesting thing. Now, I know people have a love hate relationship with the British Museum, but if you do go to the British Museum's website, you can find an article called Hairdressing in Akakos, and basically you'll be able to see for yourself images of rock art. And in the rock art, you can literally see persons. I wish I could show you on live YouTube. If there's a way to like pop up photos on live, please implement that change. But you can see, I see this woman bending over and like bending over her head, and her hair is being done. So getting your hair braided, it's not new. It is not new, and as strong as it is a part of our culture, of Black culture today, it was just as important back in the day, thousands of years ago. And it wasn't just about who has the coolest hair, the flyest hair. You know, your hair really was a strong representation of your status, your family. You know, it really, really was something to help identify you in your place in society, which is amazing that that hair is used for so much, right? So when people say comments like it's just hair, it really isn't just hair. You know, for our culture, for our people, our ancestors, it really, really, really was an important thing. So never let someone tell you it is just hair. Let them know that, hey, I'm royalty. Did you not know? But that is like one aspect of how hair was important, and this can be found in like different African civilizations. Like, I hope I'm not butchering these words, but like for example, like Mende and Don in Nigeria, yep, they also have similar styles. And even in the Akakos Mountains, I hope I'm pronouncing these right. But even in the Akakos Mountains, this was like southwest of Libya. So various countries, the hair really is an important part of their identity and their culture. So did you know this? Did you know that hair was such a big thing in different African countries thousands of years ago? Let me know in the comments below, and if you do know, and if you did know, teach me something. Let me know something that I didn't know. Let's learn together. But I thought it was just so cool. Now, that is, I want to say, like the better part of hair history, where Black history is concerned. Now, the next part, of course, a bit sad, but definitely shows the resilience of our people. When we talk about slavery, never the nicest thing to talk about, but it is important that we don't forget what happened. When person says, "Oh, it was so long ago." Honestly, time has been flying by very quickly for me, and I realize, 100 years is not a long time. So of course, 400 years is not a long time, and to know that it was occurring slavery for over 400 years itself, a lot of us were really trapped in that for a long, quite a bit. Like it wasn't just yes a long time ago. It was almost just yesterday, and we're still feeling the effects of it. So it is important to just pay homage, pay respect to those who have gone before us, and to just never forget that they worked hard to ensure that we could have the life and the privileges that we have as free people. So, yeah, let's just not forget about slavery. But in terms of hair, if or not if, when persons were enslaved, they did keep their traditions. Like I said, hair was used for many things in African cultures, but that meaning did transform quite a bit in slavery. For those who were able to braid their hair, braiding their hair was used for things like creating maps for escape routes. Like, yeah, they were really mapping out the fields. And that is really why we have the names that we do have called cane rows and cornrows, because in the Caribbean, cane was used for sugar. So we had a lot of sugarcane plantations. And ultimately, we have the name cane row for our hairstyles. And in North America, more likely because you guys have a lot of cornrows, tomato, tomato. It's kind of straightforward how that works. But not only that, this part I need to like fact check a little bit more. But I heard that even what persons would do, what slaves would do, is even put like grains, whether it's rice or whatever seeds, and would hide it also in their braids, so that wherever they do go next after escaping, they'll be able to grow food. So we are a very resourceful, resilient set of people. Like black people, we've been strong and we've been going through it, and we know how to just think outside of the box in order to survive for ourselves, our families, our friends, our loved ones. But I thought it was so amazing to know that we really did use our hair not just for identity, but literally for survival, right? And once again, have to pay respect to those who have gone before us, and have to respect your hair. Your hair does so much. It can do so much. So that is just something I wanted to highlight, especially in terms of Black history and cane row. In present day, cane rows, cornrows, more so a style, definitely an urban style. I find that when persons who are not black that do wear their hairstyle, I mean, it's just them trying to look edgy. Honestly, when I was younger, I'm not gonna lie to you, I never used to like to wear camera because I thought I looked like a boy. Uh, but it depends on your face. I don't know. That was just me. I love it. I love it now. But yeah, like many persons wear the style, both black and non-black. And sadly enough, though, we are still facing discrimination when it comes to hair. Now we're getting better, and I know for some states laws. I think in California, I forgot what the law is called, but they just passed a law where you cannot discriminate against your hair. So we're still making strides, right? We're still making progress in how we are viewed and portrayed in society, and how we can protect ourselves. It is still a fighting battle for sure. I wear my hair either like this, or I wear like a little scarf because I'm lazy some days. But I'm getting more comfortable with wearing just my natural hair in the workplace. And definitely a lot of workplaces are like more accepting, so it really is a game of luck or chance by this point. But some persons are still uncomfortable, still feel pressured to be wearing straight hair, weaves, processed hair, perms, to be deemed as acceptable, professional, because for the longest time our hair was not seen as professional, was not it was seen as unkempt. Just you couldn't just wear your hair and be. And canos and cornrows, as neat and tidy as it was still viewed as, you could say, thuggish, um, gangster. I don't know why they want to just associate or hair with very few limited meanings. Like many of us wear the same hairstyle. You can be a gangster and wear cane row fine, and you can also just be a regular person and just wear cane row. Like it doesn't it does not make sense. It does not make sense. But you know, you just have to continue to be strong in this world, and continue to fight for what you believe in. You want to wear your hair in a cane row? Wear your hair in the cane row. You want to wear an afro? Go wear an afro. You want to wear locks? Go wear locks. Right? It's important to be able to stand up and to be confident in where you're standing and in who you are, because this is what we are at the end of it all. Using chemical processors, chemicals, weave, whatever to hide behind it. At the end of the day, that is not truly you. You are what grows out of your hair. You are your skin, you are your Afrocentric features, your big lips, your wide nose, whether you have tiny eyes, bug eyes, it doesn't matter. You are who you are. You are the strength that your body has. You are you, and you should embrace being you. It, and just don't let anyone take that away from you. Don't let anyone discredit you for being authentically you. Okay? So that is really it for today's session. I hope you enjoyed this little talk about Canerows cornrows. Oh, I was going to mention me not being able to cane row. I just can't. I really can't. They never taught me when I was in school. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I am trying. Like I said, I've been trying with a flat twist. But who knows? I'm going to go out a little journey again to work on my cane rows. So if you are interested in topics like this or watching me go off on side quests, subscribe down below and hit the like button if you like this video. Okay? I am here every Wednesday to talk about all things natural hair, beauty, self care, and just whatever you want to talk about on a Wednesday because it is Wednesday. So why not? Right? But I had a good time sitting with you guys here. Thank you for watching and can't wait to see you next week. And remember, self care is how we practice self love. Bye!